Okay. My call dropped just now, so I expect he'll be calling right back. And we're going to talk with Mario Ford this morning, hopefully, and talk about his career, talk about his son, and even his brothers, because his brothers, these three formed an incredible triumvirate, if you will, back during their day. Um, Mario was the older boy, and he was, the real superstar that led to his brothers coming along and being special themselves. You got Wuji, and you got the one that we call Do, which is Raphael. Maybe I should try to give him a call back. Tater, can I take a quick break and try to reach him back, and then I'll come back on the air. Stick with me, folks. I'll be right back. Hello.
Hello?
Okay. I don't
Yes,
know.
sir.
I don't know. If we dropped the call, but anyway, go back, Tater. We're gonna go on right now, buddy. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, folks. I've got him back on the phone. The legendary Mario Ford. Good morning, Mario. How are you?
And good morning. I'm all right. How glad to be here.
How are things down there in the Low Country?
Everything's good, man.
You like li-
Everything's good.
you like living down there?
Yeah, man. I love it, man. It's
Why?
a lot to do.
Why you love it
It's a
down
lot.
there, man?
It's a lot to do, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot to do.
Right. Okay. Now, Mario, I want to talk a little bit about you and your career. Of course, what years did you play at Marion High School? What you?
Uh, from 96 to 2000.
Okay.
99 season.
Okay. And when was it that you kind of moved to the forefront of the program? Because at first you were playing behind people, and then you came along around the Reggie Furness time. What was that like?
It was grind mode, man. You know, I always try to prepare myself, because I know the level of competition in front of me was, A1. So,
Yeah.
I was the one that was working while everybody was sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but playing behind them when I came into the forefront was JV
Okay.
under Coach Tim Perkins.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
remember. I remember you as a JV player too.
yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And so, what was that experience like with Tim Perkins down there? He's a great coach and everything.
Man, yeah, Tim Perkins. I love Tim Perkins. Actually, he gave me my chance. Man, the guy knows football, and to play for Tim Perkins, man, he demands everything out of you, man.
Right.
Similar to Bob Rinkin.
You guys didn't lose. Did you guys lose any games as a JV player? One of those years, I think you went undefeated.
I think no, I think we lost to Lake City.
Okay.
But we had a good season though. It was a winning season.
Right.
But we wasn't undefeated. I think that's my brother and them team the next year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mario, what was it like when you rose to basically superstardom? What was it like? What was it like for you on campus being that guy?
Well, I was too much. I was quiet, man. Believe it or not, I was shy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I really didn't like the light on me like that. You know what I'm saying? I just went out there and did my job, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I give all my success to my teammates, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because man, they was unselfish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to have a team like that, it only makes me look, like I'm the best one on the team or whatever. So I give all the glory and all the awards to my teammates, man. They pushed me. We had a team full of dogs, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about that. That was over 30 years ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now we find ourselves here. We fast forward to here, and I don't remember since you guys left now,
Mhm.
anything really approaching the team that you guys had?
Right. I think we had the mentality of like to dominate everything that steps in our way. You know what I'm saying? And we love to push one another, and we held each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? And that goes real far when you playing this game. You know, so like I said, man, my teammates were dogs. You know what I'm saying? When there was no football practice, we was outside playing football. You know what I'm saying? So we was traveling from hilltop to the projects to go play against them boys over there. So that made us better. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like back then we had that hunger, that drive, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Mario,
that was it.
I was thinking about what was it like when you and Reggie Furness were back there together. What year? What year were you in when you rose to a starter aside Reggie Furness?
That was the 98 season.
Okay.
98 season. That was the 98 season.
What was
man,
it?
The play. Man, the play.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was it like for you and him in the backfield like that?
Oh man, that was the Pony Express. stoke the furnace and crank the Ford. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But man, that was legendary. To play with somebody like Reggie was a freak of nature, man. I mean, besides football, track, man, he was one of the top hurdlers in the state, long jumpers in the state. And then when it comes to basketball, he could dunk on you. Reggie was a freak. He was a freak, man.
He really was.
He was a freak. And you talking about a guy that wasn't that big, but he could run through you, run around you. You know what I'm saying? Everything you needed in a complete back, Reggie gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and Reggie just pushed my level of play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mario, you know, what year was it that you guys faced Dillon, number 1 versus number 2 over there in Dillon?
Oh, that was 98.
Right.
98 season. Oh man.
Now let's think about what it was like leading up to that game that week. Was it a lot of hype involved? I mean, was there a lot of chatter? What was it like with your team leading up to that legendary matchup?
Oh man, I think that week, boy. Man, practice was, man, unbelievable, man. I mean, shoot. Coach Rankin had us locked in, man, and it was a lot of chatter. You know what I'm saying? You're saying we was a fluke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That we wasn't. You know, the game against Manning. You know, we weren't supposed to beat them. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it was a lot of hype. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Rankin, he did a good job of keeping us level-headed. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the coaches, they fueled that fire. You know what I'm saying? So when we got out there on Friday night, you know what I'm saying? We was ready. You know.
Mario, was that the toughest game that you ever participated in? Because it was definitely the toughest game that I ever seen. What was it like?
Okay. Yeah. I got two games that stick out in my head.
Okay.
Besides that Dillon game, that was real tough, man.
Okay.
But Dillon, I give that spot number 2.
Okay.
But the height, number 1. You know what I'm saying? But it was a tough game, man. They were low. You talking about Derek Hamilton, Isaac Stackhouse, and people don't remember Marvin Graham, number 25. Okay. Man, if Marvin was with you, Marvin was a dog. You know what I'm saying? Marvin was a dog.
He really was.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember that game. I remember Marvin, and he stands out. You know, of course, you and Reggie stood out because Mario, you had some every yard you got in that game was really earned. I mean, those were tough yards. I mean,
yes, sir.
The hitting that was going on out there, and Marvin, this guy, he was like a person that never wanted to hit the ground. He never wanted to go down, man.
No, a little bowling ball. I think he was like 5'5",
right.
Maybe 200 pounds.
Right.
Man, come on, man. You had to wrap up with that.
Yeah. And then there was the pass that might have beaten y'all that Derek is down there by himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that ball, who was back there with him? Was it Ron? Was Ron back there with him?
Ron Bell.
Ron Bell.
My bad, Ron. I love you, dog.
But that pass went right through his two hands, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know. It looked like
ahead.
that was going to be a problem for you guys.
Oh, yeah, that was going to be a problem. That probably would have been a game winner for them.
Probably would have.
You know, yeah, speaking honestly, yeah.
You know, I was working at the time over at a little international paper place over there, and all those Dillon guys were working there. And I had gone on the radio the week before to say I had a poll, and in my poll, I had Marion number 1 and Dillon number 2. Well, those guys didn't like that. They were saying, they was like, the state has us as number 1, and you talking about we number 2. So
okay, you know what we had.
Yeah.
You know what we was coming with.
That's what I was telling them. I was saying, y'all don't know what I know. So after the game was over, man, all them cats came to me and said, Mike, you was right. You know, we didn't know about the Ford boy. We didn't know about them. I said, I was trying to tell you guys that this was something different here. And as great as Dillon was, and like you said, Dillon was stacked. What was the quarterback? Nathan, somebody was the quarterback there for them at the time. He took over for Stackhouse because Stackhouse had gotten hurt.
Yeah, Stackhouse was hurt. We prepared for Stackhouse all that week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Nate stepped in and did a phenomenal job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So hats off to him. Rest in peace, Nate. You know what I'm saying? But Nate did a great job. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Marion, what was the hardest loss that you guys had to swallow in your estimation? What was the hardest one?
That 98 year was that Manning loss.
And Marion?
That Manning.
Was it
when it came
to Marion?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when it came to Marion.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that pretty much messed up our undefeated season.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, but you guys had other devastating losses. You had the Camden loss.
No, that was my 2000. That was my senior year.
Right.
No. That wasn't my senior year. We lost to Dillon my senior year. That Camden loss was James Scott and Raphael year.
Right. Exactly. Now, and when you guys played, now the game in Marion with Dillon, okay. Now, I'm trying to remember. That was after you guys beat them over there, right? That was like another year or so later or something like that?
You talking about my year now, 2000, 99, 2000? Or you still talking about?
When Derek's revenge, when he came to Marion.
Oh, that was my senior year. Yeah, we beat them the first game.
Right.
We beat them the first game. They beat us when it counted in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
That was a lower state final game, wasn't it?
The lower state final game. I think the game to go to state.
Right. Well, you know what I remember about that week, because it was Thanksgiving week. Okay, I remember that, and I remember on the day before Thanksgiving, or was it that morning? It rained like all day long. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I remember that field being out there, the mud. It was really thick out there. That kind of derailed you guys' running game a little bit, didn't it?
Right, because you got to figure we're a power run team, a heavy run team. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So traction is everything. It was a couple of times I remember I seen the crease and I went to plant and I slipped. You know what I'm saying? Whether the grass would have been dry, I don't know.
Right.
But I figure if the grass would have been dry, I would have been, out of there. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, that mud did a lot to us when we played against Dillon, because a guy like Derek, which is similar to a running back, a scat back,
right.
But he plays receiver. You know what I'm saying? You give him one cut and go, and you got defenders slipping. It's a house call.
Wow. Definitely.
That would happen.
Tell me about your son. What's his name? Bryce.
That's my youngest. That's my baby boy.
Bryce.
Yeah, but here the one you talking about is Caven Ford.
Okay. Okay. So what school does he go to, and what is his game like?
He used to go to Stratford, but he transferred from Stratford. He go to Northwoods.
Okay.
Northwoods Academy. All right. He he's a little scat back. He's a little scat back.
Like
Quick. He reminds me of Maurice.
okay,
Mm,
okay. I was
mhm.
thinking that too.
He like Maurice. He ran. He's won about 170, but he played big.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
he played like a big guy. So he got that toughness to him and all that kind of stuff.
So
Mm-hmm.
what grade is he in?
This will be his senior year coming up right now.
Okay. And
Last year, huh? Go ahead.
he played at Stratford last year.
No. About 2 years ago.
Okay.
2 years ago.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what's his hopes for the future? What's your hopes for him for the future?
Well, I just want him, you know, with anything in life to be successful, man. You know,
right.
whether it's football, you know,
right.
working a regular job. I just want him to be successful. I want him to kind of lay out his own path, but he do want to go to school and all that kind of stuff like that. So I'm pushing him and I'm working with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But right now, his goals is to get into college and stuff like that. He got a lot of people looking at him,
right.
like the Newberries, Coastal, and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
So yeah. He last year he rushed for over 1,100 yards and 17 touchdowns, and this year it's gonna be his year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he coming along, man. He carrying the torch well and stuff like that. Good student. He got 3.1 GPA and stuff. I'm on here because of some books and stuff like that.
Cool.
Come on, man. They want to talk to you. Come on, get up. Yeah.
So this.
My bad, Mike. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So is that him? Is that him?
Yeah, I just walked in his room. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So does he want to say a few words to your fans, your former fans, or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to ask some questions, yeah, you got the floor. I can put them on. I can hand him my headset.
Okay.
Listen.
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Sound like you're sleeping, man. You got to be up early, man, if you want to catch that worm first. So tell me about the season that you had last year. I need you to talk a little bit louder so the fans can hear you. Tell me about the season you had last year.
Last year, I was sharing rap with another year
A little bit louder.
During that time I was sharing reps, I still managed to get like 1,000 yards, but I had like 10 carries each game, but I still managed to do something out of each time I had the ball last year.
And you were doing this as a number 2 guy?
Yeah, you can say number 2 guy.
Okay. Do you know about your dad? I'm sure your dad has told you about his history.
I know about it.
You know about it?
All the VHS tapes and stuff. I know about it.
Oh, you got tapes and everything, Mario?
Yeah.
See, I don't have no tapes. I like to see. I like to see some of that stuff, man. So he's been showing you all the stuff he did, huh?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you, I was a sports writer at the time here when he came along, and I want you to hear it from me. He's one of the greatest that ever put the uniform on here, son. I'm talking about, you ask anybody of age around here who came through at that time, and they'll tell you he's one of the greatest that Marion High has ever had. Could you believe that?
I believe it.
It's true. I'm telling you. Well, anyway, I want to thank you for talking to us a little bit today, and good luck on your season coming up. Are you excited about the new season?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're going to be the man this year then?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about your uncles. Do you know about those guys?
Yes, I know about them too. They told me the story.
Yeah. Now, Raphael was that guy. I mean, this guy was so big he was impossible to bring down. And he was fast too. So they had this thing going on here, man, and you should be real proud of the history that that they've set out here during their time playing football here at Marion High School. Want to wish you luck in your season, and hopefully I'll get to see you play. Maybe send me some little clips or something I could check out. That'd be nice.
I will. Yeah, he got a huddle account.
Oh, I'm gonna go there as soon as I get off the air. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mario, you came through in a great era. You left high school. You wanted to get a state championship. Y'all came close a couple of times. Was that something that kind of made you feel some type of way that you didn't get to knock that door in?
Yeah, I be having little flashbacks sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? We were so close, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we were so close, you know. But man, I wish we would have got one that year. I think we deserved it, you know what I'm saying? But you know, things happen. You know, we got to move. Yeah. But I think one of those teams should have pulled it off. Whether it was my team or the team behind us, you know what I'm saying? They should have pulled it off. You know what I'm saying?
They definitely should have. They definitely should have. Now let's talk a little bit about your brothers, both of them. Now Raphael was an absolute horse. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, bull in the woods. That's what he was. Yeah, he was a horse.
It's like he was unfazed with hits, man. He was taking shots, and it wasn't affecting him, man.
I tell you that because we had a great running back coach too. Now you got to remember Cecil Ford.
Ooh,
shit.
Yeah.
He could run that. He could run that rock, man.
Right.
You know, from the stories I heard and from what he used to tell me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get that. Yeah, I give all that credit to Cecil Ford.
You know what? You guys had grown men coaches back then. You had a real coaching staff. That's no. You laughing, but I'm telling you the truth. It ain't like that now. It's not like that like it was before, when they had all those guys who were basically, legends in their own right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I mean, you had Peacock. You had what's the guy's name? Name some of your coaches from back then.
We had Leon Peacock. We had Coach Krill, Don Krill.
Right.
Herb Ward. Like I said, Coach Folk.
Right.
Coach Rankin, man, one of the best. Somebody I might be leaving out, but I can't.
Yeah, you're leaving out the guy from Dillon. He lives in Dillon now. He's a superintendent. I can't call his name off the top of my head right now either. Line coach or something. I don't know why I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, G.
I can't.
I hope he's not listening to this show, because he's gonna say, "Well, you ain't know my name." I mean, that's
well, he know what we talk about.
Yeah. But like I said, there hasn't been a coaching staff that even approached that since you guys left. I mean, you guys had it going on back then.
Yes, sir.
And Bob Rankin was a great guy. I mean, I got to know him, man. When I first met him, I met him under bad circumstances, kind of, because he came up to the office to discuss something I had written about Lisa Wesley. And he was called. I got called up on the carpet with my boss, and after we had the conversation, he knew where I was coming from, and that guy gave me everything I wanted in terms of stats and information from that day forward. So I loved Bob Rankin, and I was very happy, to know him. Now, anything else you want to say to your fans out there? Your legendary career and everything. I mean, people idolize you, Marion. I certainly do.
Man.
I idolize you. So,
no, man.
I'm telling you.
I appreciate that, man. So, I just want to say something about the kids of this generation, like parents, if they got upcoming athletes or whatever, student athletes.
Right.
I just think as a community we need to be more involved and stuff, and as parents we need to be more involved with the kids participating in sports. I think sometimes we tend to let them get kind of lazy. You know what I'm saying? And I see that a lot in this generation because I coach down here and I coach. I'm real heavy into the youth football program down here at Berkeley.
Right.
And also I help out with Northwoods Academy sometimes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot that goes on in this era. It's kind of technology driven.
Right.
So the kids don't get out as much and
Right.
participate in things. You know what I'm saying? So I just think we need to push our kids a little bit more to get them active and stuff like that. So when they do come onto a football field or a sports program or go to a high school, they'll have a drive to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's So I just think we just need to do more for getting our kids active and stuff like that. So
Right.
Uh-huh.
How about so the boys are down there too. I saw you told me one was in St. Stephen, the other was where?
Which one? My sons?
No, your brothers.
Oh, my brothers. Raphael, he's down in Monk's Corner, and Maurice up here in Somerville.
Okay. And you guys, wasn't there a time where you lived in like St. Stephen or something? St. Stephen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been through there, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't never lived through there.
Right.
I lived in Monk's Corner.
Right. Well, I grew up not too far from St. Stephen, about 20 miles from St. Stephen, down in Orangeburg County, down in Utahville. You know where Utahville is?
Yeah, I know where Utah is.
Really?
That's straight country.
Yeah, straight country, bro. Yeah. Well, Mario, I want to thank you for calling in this morning. I really appreciate it. It's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yes, sir.
Of course, Alma is sleeping right now, so she's not going to hear it. But because I'm recording it, she'll hear it, and she's going to love it, bro. I'm telling you.
Yo, man, tell Miss Emma I miss her and I love her. I'm gonna come down there and see her. All right.
Yeah, yeah. We're here, and she loves you guys too, man. You already know that.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's really because of her that I learned to love you through her. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
it's
sir.
kind of crazy. Anyway,
yes,
bro, thanks for calling, and good luck for with your son this season with his football season.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, Mario.
All right.
Later.
Take care. All right. Bye.
Folks, I hope y'all heard that. I hope y'all got all of that. Because I'm not hearing anything here. Nothing. Oh. Nothing. Oh. I hope. Okay, I hear it now. But yes, folks, that was Mario Ford, legendary running back for Marion High School. I mean, one of the best I've ever seen. I'm not going to say he's the best because there's so many. It will be very difficult to say one way or another who's better. But a lot of great running backs that came through Marion High School, and he was one of them. Of course, it's almost time for me to be out of here, but I want to say that the Oklahoma City Thunder are the NBA champs. They beat the Pacers, and I thought the Pacers would take them. But unfortunately, in the seventh game that we were lucky enough to get, Halliburton, the point guard for Indiana, was injured, and he did not return to the game, and they ended up losing. So Oklahoma City is a worthy champion. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is an outstanding player, and he was deserving MVP and deserving of a championship as well. He's not my kind of player, but he's a great player, and he's a unique talent, and I think that he'll continue to do well. Kevin Durant is changing teams again. He was traded, and he's now a member of the Houston Rockets, and I think right now they pretty much go to the front of the class because those guys are going to be a problem. I'm telling you, Houston's going to be a problem. Dallas is going to be a problem, and so is San Antonio. So those three teams are all going to be better. It's going to be wars going on down there in Texas. Anyway, that's all the time I got left. I'll be back next week with more. Have a wonderful, safe week. Thank you, Randy Page and Greg Bowie. Have a great week.